All right, welcome again, guys. How's it going today?
I'm good. That opening's pretty rad, actually. That's pretty dope.
Oh, I like that one. Buddy in Ireland did it up for me, threw him some cash. He reached out and said, "Oh, I do this and that." I was like, "Let's check it out, right?"
Yeah.
And then he sent me that. I'll let Bobby back in when he's there. He is. Boom. All right. So here we are live once again, TheBoneYard on our Sunday afternoon shows. We'll start at the top. Introduce yourself, guys, and let us know where you're from and what kind of what's new.
Okay, I'll start it off. So I'm Ryan, and I'm from Tingsboro, which is like Tingsboro, Massachusetts, which is like right on the border of New Hampshire. So I'm in Mass, but it's right in between. And yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'll go. My name's Josh. I currently reside in Hooksett, originally from Rochester, New Hampshire. Yeah.
All right, and I'm Brian, and I'm also from Hooksett because Josh is on this other side of this wall right here.
That's hilarious.
What's going on, man?
Hey, welcome back, Bobby.
Oh
There
my
we go.
god.
Just in time, brother.
Yeah, I found some headphones too, so I was like, damn, thank God.
Oh, perfect.
Nice job.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Bobby.
Yeah, so I'm Bobby and I play drums for the band. Yep.
Nice.
Where are you from?
So,
Yeah, where are you from?
I live in Rochester, New Hampshire. I guess you could say I'm technically from Seabrook, New Hampshire. So I grew up basically in Seabrook. So
yeah. So you're scattered out a little bit, not too far away from each other, then, eh?
yeah,
A little bit.
Yep. Yeah, we practice in Massachusetts actually, so they drive all the way down. We practice like in Burlington, Mass. Yeah, practice studio there. Yeah. So it's like,
yeah,
shit, that's all right.
Boston.
Boston, yeah. That's such a famous place too, man. Like, there's so much history there.
Burlington.
No, Boston.
Boston.
Yeah,
We got the
Boston,
Tea
yeah.
Party,
It's
man.
close enough. It's close enough.
The Tea Party.
Yeah, that's close. So, like, I didn't get any music on you guys or anything, as I was saying before. I just know you through an email. So give me some history behind the music that you guys are playing and pushing out there, so I can get a grasp of what we're talking about. As the interviewer, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we're definitely we're a pop punk band. So definitely our inspiration is punk music. We Blink-182, Green Day. I'd say all of us are pretty diverse when it comes to like different bands and stuff. And
Yeah. Yep.
There he goes.
I think he was right. Yeah, no, he's.
You elaborate here for him, yeah.
All right, but yeah, he'll come back. But
yeah, I'll bring him back. Yeah.
Blink and Green Day are definitely like two that me and Bobby would like relate to, and we
back.
You back? Okay, good.
Don't mind me, guys.
Good. But we definitely have like I think all four of us have a little bit different styles, but it all comes together. I kind of like Rise Against, 3 Days Grace, Taking Back Sunday, that kind of vibe too. Which is like,
Rise Against are a good band. I do like they're on my playlist as well, right? Which like
okay.
I like my punk. I was never like went in deep or anything with punk like I did with the metal scene and the heavier genre for myself, but as you said, like I heard Ramones and that, but it was Green Day that actually introduced me to punk as well, right? So it's kind of cool, like because you guys are a fair bit younger than me, obviously, right? So, so it's pretty cool to see that the same band and same music has influenced the same genre, the same people to this day. You know, like that's how powerful music is, right?
We kind of grew up with that kind of music, though. I think.
Yeah, I was stealing
Honestly.
my sister's records. Like, I was sneaking in a room and grabbing her like boxcar racer record.
Boxcar racer.
Yeah.
That's
So-
Tom's. Is that Tom's side
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Other
good,
one.
so good.
Mm. So with the local scene there, like how's it recovering there? Are you guys getting a lot more local shows, whether you're playing or just the local bands are playing and the bars are opening back up? Like how's
That's
the
a great
situation
question.
over for that, right?
We're working on doing shows right now. Basically we've been rehearsing like a set list for shows. So we actually haven't played a show yet, but that's the plan for this summer.
We've definitely slow burned it. Me and
Yeah.
Bobby started this thing 3 years ago, and we haven't played our first show because we just kind of have filtered through different band members a little bit. We got Josh and Brian officially we got Josh a little bit before Brian, but Brian came in a few months ago. So now we're actually finally getting a set list curated and a real shows going to start soon.
Yeah, now we have like a solid lineup to work with for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't understand, like, you don't just walk out on stage, like there's a whole planning and process even to where you're going to be at certain points, depending on if you have pyrotechnicians. Just your lights alone can blind you, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
But we're not doing anything like that. We're just trying to play.
No, I get it,
music
right?
for the
But
first show.
Yeah, but to put your energy, like, okay, I'm fucking gonna go hard during this part of the song. When we're on stage, give me some extra room for this part. You're right,
Right. That's a good point. Exactly. It's knowing what we're gonna do when for sure, and if we give ourselves space for that kind of thing. I'm ready to
So,
go, Josh.
I'm excited. I'm honestly really excited for our first live show together because the energy's gonna be nice.
especially
It's gonna be great.
Especially with Josh and Brian now too. The band is so much more full.
Mhm.
The sound is so much louder and more powerful.
We
So-
were a 3-piece for a while before getting Brian. We've been a 3-piece before that. Yeah.
Hey, the missing part, the missing link to the chain, right?
And the three-piece thing, it did work. I mean, but with
No, you guys sounded great.
with with another guitarist in there, it's just so much. It just adds so much more oomph to it.
Well, being from the punk music, you need that fullness. Like, you can't really have. It's hard to have a 2 or 3 man punk band in that sense. Like, you really have to bring it, but now you guys can super bring it because you got that extra component now.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we very it was just me and Bobby, and I had to do the guitar and the singing, and Bobby was doing drums. We had no bassist, and that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we got a bassist, and that bassist left, and we had Josh join, and that probably happened like a year ago or something.
And
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yep. And then after that, that's when we actually Brian is Josh's friend, so Josh added Brian in, and Josh switched to guitar. So Josh went from bass to guitar, and so it allows me to focus on my
it just
vocals
works so
more.
perfect.
Yeah,
It works so
because
perfect.
Brian was in my we were in a previous project together, and it's honestly like a super group now. I don't want to say that, but it technically is. It's like a super group.
Yeah.
Because
I can say it for you there. You can really feel the energy even just talking to you guys backstage real quick and then coming live all of a sudden. You can really feel that chemistry and that energy. Like, you guys are actually going to bring some good music to the stage just from the energy that you guys have when you're writing the music and even just sitting here chilling, right? Like,
that's the plan.
Yeah.
We do have some some energy in our songs, which is probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And again, I can't wait until I play them live and just getting the reciprocation from the people listening. It's gonna be pretty stellar, I think.
We put it off for a long time, honestly. Our first show, we put it off for a long time, but we're
It's gonna be well worth it. Well worth it for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say that's good though, because that gives you time to perfect it. Like you said, rehearse the songs, at least know the songs. Right. But do you guys have anything on solid for CD copies or anything as a such, or anything on Spotify or YouTube as far as your music goes that we can start learning the songs, so when we see you live, we can sing along with you guys on stage and stuff?
We do. Bobby, is your mic working? I was gonna let you take over that one. No,
No, I thought he wasn't frozen.
I think he's frozen again.
I thought he was
just
awesome.
froze again. Yeah.
I think he's frozen. I'll take it from here. Yeah. So
Okay.
we're on Spotify. We don't have any CDs or anything yet, but we are on Spotify and Apple Music, YouTube, whatever, all those streaming services.
Well, it's easier to get your stuff. Like the CDs cost money, vinyls cost money, T-shirts cost money. Like to just get out on the streaming services, I guess that costs money to actually put your music on there. How does that work? Getting on Spotify and that shit.
It's a good question. There's like a website. I use DistroKid, and it just allows us to upload our music. And
Sorry,
Bobby.
It's all good, man. It's all good, brother.
Keeps going out on me.
That's fine, because I'll let you take over, Bobby. But basically, I was telling him about like how we use Spotify and how we use DistroKid to upload all our songs.
Yeah, I'll CDs cost money, fucking vinyls money, T-shirts are money. So to use what they say free apps for music as an artist, you guys actually had to pay and go through a process to even become part of like Apple or Bandcamp and all this shit, right?
Yeah. So that's what DistroKid is. They're a distributor, and you pay them a certain fee. And I mean, they're cool because it allows you to upload as much music as you want for a year, and you pay like a little fee for the year, and then they distribute your music on all those platforms for you. Oh,
so they're I know, because it gets overwhelming sometimes, all the work that's involved in just being in the band, or even I see it kind of more because when we host our shows now, I'm dealing with 5 bands. And it's not just 5 bands, it's 5 people, 3 people, 4 people per band. So now I'm actually dealing with running a crew of 60 people by the time it's all done. You're like, right.
True.
So I guess that eliminates that stress of having to learn how to do that, because so many bands and so many people are shooting their own music videos, producing all their own shit at home now. You're kind of cutting out that middleman in a sense, except for when it comes to your distributing your music. Then,
since you said that, I actually want to shout out Bobby, because Bobby is actually our number one like marketer / like he does all the work.
He's a one-man wrecking crew.
He really is.
I don't know how he has the energy.
He puts a lot of energy.
Yeah.
He puts
no,
a lot of
I
work
just.
in.
Yeah, I just try to find ways to basically get us more exposure. Like even if it's, following TheBoneYard page. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, by the way. Joining the group, right? Because the group's kind of the behind the scenes on how I can keep in touch with the bands, and some of our really good fans that are part can get that behind the scenes shit. And it helps me definitely keep in touch and see what's new with you guys when you're sharing it and posting in there as well, right?
Well, your platform is amazing, man, because it helps new bands get out there, and people can get the chance to see them and hear them, and you help with that. So it's important.
And we give them a little look behind the stage to talk to the people to see, they're all just normal people like us. Maybe we could start a band, or
True.
Networking. Yep, the networking. Yep. We haven't even played a show yet, so we don't even know yet. We honestly we need to get ourselves out there more.
I love talking to the new kids, in the sense you guys are a fair bit younger than myself, but to see how the industry's changed from when I first got involved and watching it and being part of it and stuff, just in the last 5-7 years or so, right? Nice. How it is now. It's so amazing to keep in touch with people that are learning these, because now I'm learning the new tricks too, and I'm being able to stay on top of my game as well as you guys being on top of your game, You're
just kind of taking notes from everybody. It's cool.
Yeah. No, I love it. And then that's where the festivals come together. Oh, we're doing this festival. I know these bands here. Let's get this band, this band, this band, and this band. And then we'll put these guys on the burner in case these bands can't do it.
It's probably good to know the people behind the band don't suck either. So
right. Well, really, it's the people. And then I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a stage to play on. You may not headline your first time on the stage. You might be first or second, but you play a year or two, a couple of festivals for us. Next thing you know, you're headlining this year, right? But you never know, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, right? We just we take it's like I said, we were a slow burner with this because we wanted to make sure everything was right, since we were losing like we were rotating members for a little bit. For the first
Like
couple years.
I just love this band because like we just have fun. You know, what I mean, we have so much fun,
Yeah.
and nobody in this band has an ego. Nobody thinks they're better than everybody else. Like we just play music. We help write music. We all write music together, and we just have fun. You know, and
we do. Yep, we do a really good job with like distributing the music together. I definitely try to make it a point to make it with them, right? So I play guitar and I sing. Josh
and you write the
guitar.
lyrics.
Brian plays bass, right? Bobby's drums. So what happens is we'll play the actual music together, and then I'll just go home and write the lyrics after we have the actual song.
I was kind of leading into that there. Like for me, I always like to hear the riff. I immerse myself in the music, and then the words come out afterwards. For some people, they'll write all the lyrics, and then they try to write the lyrics to fit the or write the riff or the music to fit the lyrics. It's always an interesting process to see how each individual person brings a riff to the table. Hey, I fucking know this drum beat. Check it out. See what you can do with it. Or check out this fucking bass line, right? Like, what do you think of this? You know?
Can't keep him down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do prefer the former. We prefer to make the music rather than make the lyrics first, for sure. At least, it works better.
I'm right there with you.
Another thing too is like all these songs. I love how they were like the ones we have out right now, like on all the digital platforms. They all started as jams, just jams.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just kept playing them when we turned them into songs, which I think is really cool. So like we weren't even really planning.
Yeah, you think of those 3 notes that you brought in, thinking, are they gonna like it? Next thing you know, it's a 4-minute song that everyone chipped in on, and now you have a complete song out of the 3 notes that you almost didn't bring to the table because you thought, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, we try to, that's the organicness of it. Is we try not to do too much pre-planning. I guess that's what he kind of means by their jams first. We really just want to feel them first, like just play, and once something sounds good, they're like, okay, hold on, what did we just play there, and then go back and make
like
the song.
Like something we recently just started playing. I really like the sound of that, and I think everybody else does too. So we played it the other night.
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
Like the slow joy thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, we have a new song we're writing. Yeah, that's not on like Spotify or anything yet.
Oh, okay. A little spill the tea, I guess. A little spill the beans with that.
It's a barn burner.
It's like
it's a little different.
Fugazi type stuff.
It'll be interesting to hear because, like as you said, you guys build that bond as a band and just as friends in general. The music that's going to evolve out of that is just fantastic, right? Like,
yeah, we try to make it natural as possible.
Yeah,
as organic as possible.
That's good.
Yeah,
you always get harassed with your buddies. They all, that's dumb as fuck. Why would you even say that or bring that riff here? But there's always that.
Honestly, I trust these boys. I never whatever they play, I end up it ends up sounding good like half the time, or not even half the time. Like 80% of the time, I'm just like yes, do that. Like what you just did there, do that, repeat. That.
Yeah.
I'm not very and it works out very well that way.
I like I like the I guess like the how we go about even creating a song. For example, like I think this last one, this kind of like slow barn burner type thing, I had like this riff, and then I brought it, and then Ryan has an insane skill for like melody, so he just added a bunch of cool stuff to it. And me and Brian are always like, no matter what we've played, no matter what project we've been in, we've just been like locked in, like without anything even being said. So that was already a given. We already get locked in. And then Bobby, I've never seen someone be able to literally be it, like find
Bobby
a pocket so fast.
Connection.
Oh, there he goes.
Like,
you were just about to say some profound shit.
I know. You're just complimenting him.
This kid. But like, yeah, his like he always finds a way to like literally find the perfect like pocket when it comes to like the beat that just fits, and everything comes together so perfectly. I think it's just.
I don't think I've ever heard him repeat a fill. It's like
no, that's hard to do.
I
Normally,
don't.
love how I reconnect back in, and all I hear is, I don't think I heard him repeat the fill.
Just getting gassed up.
Gassing you up.
That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever heard you repeat a fill. Every time I turn my head, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, I think Bobby's definitely the one where it's like, whatever we're writing, I'm just like, just do something. Like, just do you.
Just do
do you. Just do something over there. I was gonna say, like,
the thing with me is, like, I like to try and I like to do different things. I like to be creative with everything. I don't like I don't like to copy things. Like, if I put something in one of our other songs, I want to make the new song different. I want to do something different.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to say that same drum roll intro to every tune. Right? Like, you like to mix it up. Like, so as a band, I know you basically have to play to the drummer. The drummer keeps you in line and stuff in that sense. Have you ever found it difficult with him doing kind of the odd norm to make it fill in? Has that ever, like, just stumped you on a rip, say, or where you're like, shit?
Honestly, I feel pretty. Whenever I see him drumming, I'm usually the one who screws up because I get entranced with, like, watching him play. I'm like, what am I doing? Oh shit, I forgot what I was doing because I'm watching him, like, do this crazy. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta pay attention, man. I gotta pay attention.
You guys,
I never worry about Bobby.
There's one time, and it was the first
I
practice.
definitely have my moments.
It scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, this is who he is. Okay. And I was like, I was like, it's a crazy offbeat thing. And I'm like, okay, so I'll keep the 4 in my head and then I'll just roll with them. It's like, we're all good.
I just like to experiment. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just I basically test things out. Okay, I can do this and it might fit there, and I can keep it there. And it may be something so abnormal, but sometimes it works out,
They don't catch it, but you hear it. You're like, "Oh, that was dumb as fuck." But they're like, "Oh, dude, that was amazing. How did you do that?"
Right.
That's verbatim.
I also, I tend to find myself a lot of the times to play. I play drums to the guitar. I don't know if that's weird or. I like the guitar a lot. I don't know why. Not saying I don't play to the bass. I do play to the bass too, but like whatever's on the guitar, like a lead riff, I tend to play the rhythm of that on the drums, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot.
On one of our songs, Rear View, you did that, Bobby, where you like matched your drums to my guitar. And I don't even know how you do that because it's like, it's really hard to catch that rhythm. It's a weird rhythm. It's a very weird rhythm. But yeah, he does do that. He likes to keep it.
And just the fact that, like, when we recorded it, he didn't need like a back. He didn't need anything. He literally just did it from memory, on time. He probably ran through the. He probably ran through the song. He probably ran through the song twice, and on the second time, he's like, "Yeah, no, we should be good." And the guy recording us like, "Yeah, that's perfect." And I'm like, "Oh, this freaking kid." Literally plays his part twice and nails it. He actually, I mean, the first time through he nails it too, but he's like, I just want to do another one just in case.
And he's doing it with no music, like he said. So I haven't laid down the guitar track, the vocal track yet. Josh hasn't laid down a guitar track. Brian hasn't laid down a great bass track, and Bobby's just has it all by memory, like the entire drum beat. So that's just he puts a lot of work in.
We all put in the work, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not too often the drummer or the bass player gets praised, brother. You better soak it in now. Soak that in,
No, I mean, the night before, I think it was the night before we were going to record them, I went to the rehearsal space and I literally just played them over and over and over again, just to make sure that I had everything down. So when it came to that point the next day, I would be ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I screwed up on one thing.
But the difference between a lot of people, like, they'll pick up the guitar, they'll learn a song or two, and then they'll watch you shred it out. And they're like, well, how do you do that? Well, I practice. And when you weren't practicing, I was practicing. When you were watching TV, playing video games, I was practicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, almost memory.
I played. Like, they say 10,000 hours. One of my first guests ever, the drummer from Spin Gully, they've opened for Metallica and shit in front of like 1 million people. But he was like, I put in my hours, but that's how you do it. There was no shortcuts for him in that sense. And a lot of us don't have that perfect pitch hearing, and you instantly can play every instrument. That's like 1 in a billion, you know what I mean?
No, I agree.
A lot of people don't understand that. They just see, like, they'll see this, and then next time they see you're on a ginormous stage, and they think it happened instantly in that sense. Like,
that's part of why we didn't play a show yet, because I kind of wanted us to have our songs down so well that it's just complete muscle memory. So when the nerves hit on our first show, it's not going to affect us as strong.
Well, you can have the greatest CD or greatest song ever, and then you go to play it live, and you come out like Milli Vanilli and shit, you know? Like, that's no good for nobody. Like, not the people in the band or the fans, right? Like, to have that stage show, especially as a band, whether it's punk or my heavy metal that I love so dear, you know. But
if you like heavy metal, you'll like one of our songs called "Unsteady." You'll like that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the link over to me, and I'll update the title so everyone can just go to the title, check out whatever links you send over and stuff. I'll be listening to it all afternoon while I'm playing this new game I got. So
it's definitely our hardest song.
Yeah, it's not metal, but it's a harder. It's a harder.
A lot of people don't like. It's not just metal, and you're not just punk. You know what I mean? So, what are some of the weird shit you have on your playlist that people are like, "Oh, I can't believe you listened to that"? You know, like.
That's a good question.
Rock me Amadeus.
Britney Spears, Taylor Swift,
right? Yeah.
Backstreet Boys, boy. I can't go a day without listening to Backstreet Boys, dude. at least once. You know what I mean?
I know pretty well all their songs. My sister was a huge fan, so I've heard it a million fucking times too. And it's like, I know this song.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, I'm really big into. I really enjoy Hall & Oates. To be honest,
Hall & Oates. I mean,
Duran Duran.
Oh yeah, brother, that's way back now.
Yeah.
This one's not a weird one. This is actually like a good one. I don't know why, but the other day I just started listening to a bunch of Led Zeppelin because I was like,
dude,
I don't know why. Yeah, it's just so good.
Dude, you gotta like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, you get.
I fucking like Led Zeppelin. I call them gods.
The impact. That's why I believe in many gods, because there's been so many impacts with music as far as like revelation goes. Like Jim Morris to me in The Doors, they would be like, you know.
I was just listening to The Doors the other day. That's funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're one of my top favorite all-time inspiration as a band, as an artist, even just as a dude. I got all his unpublished writings and shit on my shelf. Like. There's something about him. There's got to be an artist that you guys just like. I know I went to high school with a dude that looked just like Kurt Cobain, cut his hair, dyed it, everything just like him, played every song he ever had, right? Like,
I'd say Zeppelin really, because when I started to get really into drumming, I really liked Bonham. Obviously, how can you not when you're a drummer? I started to almost study what he was doing, and I watched all his solos on YouTube, and I was like, how the heck is he doing that? And I just tried to figure it out, a lot of the stuff he was doing, and just kept doing it. And I actually found myself progressing, just playing Led Zeppelin songs or just classic rock songs in general. But
I was gonna say Tim McCraw from Rise Against was a big inspiration for me for that. I went to probably 7 of his shows, of Rise Against shows, and every single time I would just watch the way he plays and try to learn his mannerisms and stuff, because I just loved his energy.
That stage performance, how you keep the crowd engaged while you're up there. Anyone could go up there in their street clothes and play a song. I could even do that, you know. Sit on a stool, but
I'm so sorry.
That'll be the new song.
I'll be back.
All right. Get in the chopper.
Get in the chopper.
Bobby's also are like the goofiest one out of all of us.
Well, you have to have that humor though.
He's goofy. I love it.
I can't be serious the whole night. I have to just act stupid, like part of the night. I have to.
You have to have that though, especially when you're on the road. Like you can't be all business, but it can't be all fun either. And you get stuck into that business, and then you fucking put saran wrap on the toilet seat. Everyone gets a good laugh, and you get that 10 minutes or 20 minutes. That was good, that
we haven't got
release, right?
We haven't have that yet.
In me.
Dude, man, you guys, you wait till you get you're on. Even a month on the road is crazy, right? Like I do a month on the road with work sometimes, so let alone with music and with bands and shit and covering festivals and hosting ours. I'm never home. I'm enjoying the time I'm at home right now because I can pump out these interviews. But pretty soon, man, it's going to be hard. I'm going to have to get Starlink in my van or something.
But you're outside a lot, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're outside.
I'm always traveling on the road, right? Like,
nice. I mean, that's what that'd be awesome if we were on the road one day just touring. I mean, that's why we haven't even played a show yet. We want to kind of take it. We want to take it slowly. We want to. Yeah. We don't want to crash out and burn, I guess.
I was going to say, if I could give you any advice as someone that's fucking been around, it's definitely take it slow. Take your time. Make sure your songs are where you want them. Make sure your stage performance, above all, is on par. That's where you will earn your fans. Even as an opener band, the little bit of people that's inside the show will remember that. I don't know how many bands I found that were just the opener band, and then they were just fucking. They blew me away. They stuck out to me all night long, and then even the next day, that's the band I talked about. I didn't even talk about the headliner and shit, right?
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Ryan act like a fool while we're just going hard. Can't wait.
It is fun. It is fun. I mean, in practice, I try to channel it like we're live. Just try to practice, move around a little bit. But we'll see. That's why it's on memory.
Do that when I'm jamming. Yeah, I always play as I'm playing. I got a stuffed animal collection. I get them custom made and shit a lot. So
hell yeah,
So I'll set them all up as my audience and then play live. Bring that energy, like the COVID crowd, I call them, right?
Good practice.
But it gives you that sense, that practice to get used to being on stage. Because even though, once you get more and more with the lights, you can't really see out and really see past 10, 15 people out or whatever. But as you guys are talking, a newer band coming on the stage, you're going to be able to see the whole fucking place. So how does that bother anybody in the group? To be front and center in that sense, in front of everybody, or is that something?
I don't know about Bobby and Ryan, but me and Josh played out quite a few times in our other band. So I know experience how on stage. He knows how I am. I have no doubt about Ryan and Bobby. They're leagues above us, and me and Josh played out quite a bit. So
that's not true. That's something that comes natural then. When you step out on stage, you just feel at home. You're just as comfortable as you are backstage in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It all depends too, right? New place, new people, but also once you start playing music, you're not even thinking about them anymore. So.
Yeah, that's true, right? You look up every once in a while, see what's happening, right?
So Josh and Brian have a lot of recent experience playing live, like they said. I played a live show when I was 14, 15, so freshman year of high school, because I had a band then. But so that's really the only experience I have playing live, but it's something. So
I have less than 5 live shows myself. Most of mine are. If you want to count all the campfires and beach parties I played at, I got a bunch, but those really don't count because they're normally at the end of the night and I'm all hammered and barely playing. Everyone knows the words, so everyone thinks it's amazing, right? But
that's awesome.
Yeah, true, right?
Yeah, I kind of grew up around just performing and stuff like that because my dad had a band for a long time.
That's right.
And
Billy Boy.
They were pretty big in the New England area, and I just grew up literally sneaking into their shows, and then I played with them a couple times even though I wasn't of legal age to be playing with them.
Yeah,
at the place
course,
they're playing. Yeah, so I feel like I think the very first time I played with them, I was so anxious, but then after that, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, you do it that. It's like showing up, like you said, to a new job. Your first day is always Your second day you walk in like you own the place. I know what's going on. Boo, boo, right? Like,
yeah.
I remember when I was like 15 doing my first show, like I said, 14, 15. And like my dad asked me, he was like, how were you? Like, were you nervous? Like, how did you get through the nerves to play? And I'm like, yeah, I was like super, super nervous. But like once you actually play it and you do it, it feels so much better. So I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It helps knowing that. Yeah. That it's like, it's really nervous until I'm doing it. And then when I'm doing it and it's done, it's so much like.
I get that question asked a lot behind the scenes is fucking, how do you on camera all the time? Well, since I've fucking been doing it.
Yeah.
I don't even notice it anymore, man. You know, like.
It's like I'm on camera. It's no different.
Mm-hmm. But I guess sometimes fans will message me in the email or what are the questions you're going to ask? I'm like, I actually don't even know, brother. I have no clue. Right? Like, what's going on?
Play it by ear.
You guys know more than me because you guys know about the music and what you're playing and what you're striving for. It's up to me to get that info out of you. So I would just go with it. Like, where's the conversation lead, right? Yeah. Do you guys on stage, like when you get there, obviously after a couple of years, say touring, do you think you won't even have a set list and just go out and look at each other and know what song's going to come up? And each show will be a little different. You play this song here, that song there. Or
Probably.
Do you guys like that structure of the band where we know exactly what we're playing, what song's next, boom, 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 right?
The first show will be that way, but like you said, later on, I'm sure we'll kind of get looser with it when we feel more comfortable knowing, like, okay, this show has this kind of people, maybe they'll like this song more than this song, so we'll choose.
Yeah. I feel pretty comfortable with this group, like being able to make game time decisions, then be totally fine with it.
And Audible makes it fun, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Audible. It's like, all right, we're not doing this one, we're hitting this one.
I would just say the venue and the sound that comes out even might determine what songs you play here and there as well, then, right?
Yeah.
Like that first show, we got to make sure I think we know what to do for sure.
Yeah. Well, I've followed quite a few bands and I've gone and seen them like back to back when they're in the neighborhood, right? Oh, I'll see them in Toronto, then London, and then, oh, the fuck, they're playing in Mississauga. But it's the same, a lot of the time, when it comes to the bigger bands, it's the same show every time. Say, I can tell you what song's coming on by the second time I see him. Oh, he's going to come in the crowd. He's going to stand here. So now I know where to go and stand, you know? But like,
I've seen some big bands though where they don't like play what I wanted to play. Like I went only to see like, you know, the songs I'm used to, like, I don't know, maybe it was an older album. They just came out with a new album and now they're only playing the new album. And I'm like, so
I'd rather only have like the one or two good hits off the new album, but I'd rather hear all the shit that I've been listening to for 20 years. That's I want to sing along with you, man. I don't know none of the new songs on your album yet. Like, it just came out. Right?
Maybe some artists. It depends. Yeah. It depends how much I'm following them. Yeah.
Yeah, true, right?
Yeah.
So, what I haven't asked this in a long time. One of the things I used to love to ask out of anywhere in the universe or any fucking universe or time, what stage would you love to play on as a band?
Wow. I haven't got that.
Like a specific place or just like
as an example, one guy gave me the best answer I've ever had was the Death Star. He would like to play on the Death Star. So like, you can be anywhere, any universe, anything, man.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
What about that Metallica Russia stage where it was like a million people?
That would be sick, right?
It's just like Jesus, like a sea of people.
Wait, I want to play in a Denny's. I want to play
That sounds attainable too, man. You could probably make the Denny's work, right?
Yeah, we probably could.
Get stir up and shit on your drums with butter.
Between songs, dude, I'm like taking bites of the pancake. All right, let's go back to the
Laying down some
butter all over
flapjacks.
me, dude.
Well, that'll be my new goal. It's on the list to get you guys a gig at Denny's then, and we'll make at least one dream come true, right?
Dude, I would love to play at
So
Denny's.
in.
That would be
I
awesome.
am so in.
I'd owe you my life. That would
Right?
Yeah. No, that
Just
would be
buy me some
awesome.
pancakes while you're playing. I'll work it in the deal. We'll all be even Steven when it's all done.
I wish I could remember the band's name or like the guy's name, but like I didn't come up with that. That's the guy. Like, there's a guy that does that. Yeah, I hope you guys are aware.
Yeah, they called it the.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can still do it. It don't matter. Like, you know.
It was a hardcore banner. They called it the Denny's Grand Slam.
Yeah.
We'll put it at the fucking Waffle House instead then. We'll mix it
Yeah,
up.
I gotta do somewhere else.
Go
Like
to
IHOP or
the-
something.
Yeah,
Waffle
we
House.
opening-
let's change it up.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's go to IHOP instead. I agree.
IHOP, okay.
Cracker Barrel, baby. Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
That's my vote.
Wait,
Yo,
we should
pizza.
go to Cracker
All
Barrel.
right.
We actually should go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I
Please
love
do
that
the
place.
buffets.
Right? That fucking biscuits and gravy, country fried chicken, man. Fuck. I'm originally from Georgia. Like, I spent a lot of my life down there too. Half my family in Dual, right? So
Right.
I'm in Canada right now, as we were talking earlier, right? Like, fuck.
In Georgia now.
That's funny.
No way,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, he moved down there like 5-10 years. He's like the boss of Marco's Pizza or something like that. He's like a head
Oh.
dude. Yeah, I don't know
That's
if you heard
cool,
Marco's.
man.
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
My
Seriously,
cousin will
though.
know better, right? But it definitely rings a bell.
Gotcha.
We got to make that Denny's thing happen though, because pancakes. I love pancakes. You know, and I just love
We'll
Denny's.
do-
I love Denny's.
Hey,
We
we'll
gotta
do
do
a
IHOP.
breakfast tour. We'll hit the IHOP, we'll hit the Denny's, we'll hit the Waffle House. You know, we'll cover them all, baby. We'll do.
We'll be the
That-
first.
Oh my god, if that was our thing as a band. We just play different restaurants. Oh,
That'd
I
be-
don't know.
I'd be there. I love food so much. I would help organize it. I will promote it. I will be there.
It give us uniqueness, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that would definitely be unique. Oh yeah. Like,
Yeah.
just
And then when you
play
play your big stadiums, they bring their little coffee time huts, and you get Waffle House and IHOP on the side instead of like for street food and fucking.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Hey, you know, people sell out of the concert for food.
All
Yeah,
the-
that would keep things interesting for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bother everyone eating. I guess.
All
is a
like-
good point. We're sick of our energy. We're just like
all the waiters like,
Right.
show up to your shows, like the waiters from all the Denny's you've played at, everywhere you
Right.
played, all the staff shows up to like, hey, how's it going?
Be part of their new union contract. You get free tickets to the show here, and the union buys them all, of course, right?
Hey, exactly.
You got at least 100,000 people that are going to show up every time, right?
That'd be kind of cool if one of us worked in a restaurant and that's how like we started playing shows. Was like someone was just like, oh yeah, like play the show here, but that's not how it was. That'd be fun.
Yeah, play with us on Wednesday night. You know what I mean? We do karaoke
Yeah.
at 11. So,
Oh my god.
what is the local scene for playing? Like, when you guys are going to be ready for your live shows? What are some of the bars and local scene that you're kind of reaching out to and playing at? We should give them a shout out because they're the ones that are helping these bands and giving them a place to fucking promote it and play their music, right? So
I think a really good spot would be Midway Cafe, for sure.
That's a big one.
Because
Okay.
I
Yeah,
forgot that I did play a live show with Bobby. We were in an old band. I actually completely forgot about this. We
Yeah.
played at Midway and one other spot right before COVID. It was like basically leap day of 2020,
Yeah.
right around February 2020, and yeah, lost my train of thought.
I do it all the time,
I
man.
don't know. Yeah, we haven't honestly done a whole lot of like seeking out to find places currently. We probably should though soon. Obviously,
We're about to, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Recommended. I'm working on my shows. Like, I'm usually a year ahead when I'm booking and working on getting shows for bands and stuff. So
We
it's
plan on
always
like playing
good to be
big.
ahead. Like, your local scene's a little different. Like, you know what I mean? You're playing this cafe, this bar, or that bar. It's a little easier to get in a couple weeks or whatever, right? But
Right.
when you
right.
start venturing out and stuff, man, you're going to want to start going, say, within 6 months ahead, and then the following year, you want to be a year ahead and make sure you know where you're going, your arrangements, where you're staying. Always research where you're staying. Tip number 2, baby. You know where you're staying, man, because
That's good advice.
Yeah, you might be sleeping on the fucking curb, and you never know, or right? Because each venue will offer you different shit. Some of them will try not. Oh, we'll give you beer, and then we'll feed you, right? Like you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that, right?
That doesn't fill your tank up. That doesn't buy you new strings or new skins or new guitar picks or pay for your merch. Even like you guys. Just make sure you're on the ball when it comes to that shit, as you branch out and as you get bigger, because obviously I can feel the vibe. You guys are doing well already. I can feel the vibe. You guys mix very well. You're going to do well, man. So
thanks, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
You talking about it makes me really want to like get going on that, man.
Yeah.
Imagine all four of us on a fucking bus, just like.
We'll always reach out, me or Hollywood, man. We'll always give you free advice or help you out or anything. We never charge you nothing, brother. Usually when the bands play, we do feed you. Normally we'll house you, but we also pay you for the most part. The only one we don't pay for is the main show because we rent a huge house and I pay for everything the whole weekend. And you just come and play and you party, but that's Canadian ones. I'm in the position now. We pay all the bands. Your food's covered. Your place to stay is covered. And so, can you guys even play in Canada? Have you guys thought about being able to cross the border or anything like that?
I gotta get a passport. I gotta get a passport.
But I'm definitely. I'm not opposed to it. I'd love to.
Yeah, me neither. I'm down.
Oh yeah.
Clip number 3: as a band, get a passport. Like,
so
how are you gonna go to Europe? How are you gonna play Australia? How are you gonna go to Japan?
I've been meaning to.
Yeah. It's kind of like Ryan said earlier. We're just we're taking it very slow, but
that's good though.
Right. But we definitely have big goals. Obviously, and I mean we're gonna continue to release music. We have plans for shows, but yeah, these are all things that we.
But I think the biggest thing for me is I just want to always enjoy it. So that's also why I like doing it slow, because I don't want to speed everything up and then it's just like it's not fun anymore. And I don't
it instantly does not become fun when it's all fucking go, right? Holy fuck, calm down, baby. We're actually gonna take 3 days to get to Arizona because we want to see shit. And I don't want to be burnt out when I get there, I
mean, it stops probably becoming fun when it feels like a job. I mean, being in a band is a job, essentially, but when you're like really pressured, you don't want to be pressured all the time.
It's no different than my real job as a roofer. If I didn't have a good crew that I work with, I wouldn't go to work. It's kind of the same thing. Like, it doesn't feel like work when I'm there with that crew that I'm working with, because we're always, like you said, there's a couple jokers, there's a couple serious dudes, so there's always that fine balance, right? Keep you in line, right?
We definitely have that vibe at practice. We just try to play it and have fun and just enjoy it, honestly. Like, that's very
That's the main thing.
Sometimes I might, I don't know, sometimes we get a little like, all right, we gotta make sure this is ready.
Yeah, of course. That excitement, especially after the show, and it was an amazing show. You get hyped. You're like, "Holy fuck, guys! That was amazing!" And the crowd screaming, and you meet the fans. Now you're even more hyped. It's like shotguns.
No, for real though.
You don't remember. You don't even know where the tour bus is. Like,
that's like what I would like to do. Is like after playing the show, it's just like have a couple of shots, drink with some of the people that like. That's such a vibe. Like, that's so
it's such an important part of the band, though, to interact with your fans. Like,
definitely.
Especially as an indie band and up and comers, enjoy that time while you can, because when you hit that certain point, you have to charge them to come in because, VIP backstage, limited crowd, just because people are crazy in that sense. And then the fans can get a little out of control for sure, right? But definitely enjoy your fan interaction while you can, because eventually, if you make it to where you're going, it's going to be very hard to do that.
if we ever get to that point, we're not like where we're like bothered by how many fans we have. Like, by all means, like, yeah, I'll start thinking of that. But for now, I'm just happy to connect with the fans.
Right.
I'm definitely a firm believer in connecting with the people who support you, for sure.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, we try to.
Without those people coming to your shows and liking your stuff on social media and supporting you, you don't.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
Well, in the beginning too, it's making friends. It's
that. Yep.
You're basically entering a social group, and just
that's something I've got. Since starting the show and evolving it from originally drinking drinking beers, shooting guns, and fucking basically redneck shit back home, to evolving into what I do today, which is mainly music, food, and travel. Like, to build that community, now I could go anywhere in the world almost, and I know somebody, or I can hook up with somebody and they can show me the ropes here or there, like,
nice. Yeah.
Connections, building a community, people who support you. Yeah.
I gotta say, the music community is one of the strongest communities I've ever been a part of, because music does it. It helps you through so much when people are there or not there. Music is always there for you regardless, right?
Yeah.
Music is big in my life. I can't even picture music not being in my life. It means so much to me.
I need music all the time. I can't have a silent room. I can't.
I can remember when music became a part of my life. That's how significant it is in my life. I remember the day. I remember who gave me the CD. I remember the CD. I remember every fucking lyric on that CD, right? Like, it was blew my mind, created a whole new world for myself. And if it wasn't for that world, I don't think any of us would be here if we didn't have that,
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely a big thing for me was I grew up in a household. My parents, I will say, both of them listened to really good music, and that really helped form my liking for a lot of the bands I listened to, or just that kind of music in general. So
kind of the same. My father was country, because he line danced yacht and stuff. My parents were divorced. My mom was old school country, old, like 8:20 a.m. was the old country station. They play Patsy Cline, shit like that, right? And then when my mom met my stepdad, again, because they knew each other in school, they reconnected. He was into Led Zeppelin and all that. And that was a big... That's how I ended up finding Jim Morris and stuff for myself, right? But AJ, my eighth grade, so what the fuck, whatever that was, my birthday, he gave me an Ace of Spades CD by Motorhead, baby. I never looked back,
Hell
man.
Yeah. A bass player's favorite.
Right? He's a legend, brother. That band is fantastic. I was waiting for Buddy to pop back in, but he hasn't popped in yet.
He texted me and said he's on his way back in.
Oh, okay. We'll wait before we do any kind of closing or final comments. So, local bands that you guys listen to and you go and see their shows, let's give a shout out to them, because they're going to be the ones that are on tour with you when you're doing local shows. Let's hear what you guys are listening to.
Shout out Birds in Theory.
Yeah, Birds in Theory.
I gotta go with obviously you consider the Driveways. I mean, they've kind of gotten more established, but I've been really listening to them lately. Driveways.
I would say I'd give a shout out to this local band called Sauce on the Side as well. I'd say Sauce on the Side, because they're on the come up.
I'm trying to think of other local bands on this spot, but I can't.
Yeah, all the local a lot of the local bands I knew, COVID really did a number on us.
They did. They sucked up a lot of the venues here. A lot of the local bands wouldn't even practice anymore. It's oh my God, what is going on here? It's think what you want, your own opinions. I thought it wasn't. I thought we should have still been able to do shit, but that's just me, right?
I think it went on a little for a little while.
Yeah. Like, once we had all the info,
all the bookers and local bands that I knew are all basically gone. There's a couple that are still around, and they're the ones that are like I said, Birds in Theory and Sauce on the Side, but a lot of them got swept away.
I was gonna say I got cut out. My computer ate shit, but I'm back.
No, it's all good, man. Yeah, I was asking what are the local bands we should be listening to in your area and the guys you will be playing with soon, you know?
There's one band that one of the members was like always like following us, our band, from like our very, very start, like when we was just me and Bobby just jamming. He's been following us. And so I want to shout out his band, Beacon Project.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go listen to them.
Beacon Project, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That guy, Chris Rubin, he's one of the members. He's been like a fan of ours since the very start. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, any other local bands, man? Let them know. Send them our way. We'll set up interviews. You know what I mean? I'm always down to worldwide. We're still a local worldwide, if that makes any sense. We always have the local bands on from all around the world, right? Whether it's Sweden, South Africa, here in North America, South America, we've had a few bands on. X-Beer, a good band out of South America there. I can't wait to arrange to go down safely and go see them and shit, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
So one last plug, where do we find you guys online? Where do we find your music? Obviously you'll have merch soon, or is merch something that's obviously going to be a part in the future once you start playing live and doing all that shit? But right now, what's the best way to support you is what I'm basically getting to. How do we support you, make you guys a better band, you know? I
would say, follow on Spotify or Apple Music, as well as maybe our social page like Facebook or Instagram.
Better Plans Band on Facebook. And then TikTok, Better Plans.
Oh, perfect.
We're on TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. So we're on
Better Plans. I thought I'd seen that in the thing. I never put two and two together until just now when you said it. I don't even think we ever said your band the whole interview until just now, man. No, I will be after the show. I'll definitely, I got some time. I'll check it out, right? But so send me all the links. I'll add them up in the title. I want to that way I know for sure. I'm pretty illiterate, so it's easier for you guys to fucking send me the shit. I'm dyslexic, I guess you would call it, right? So if I go to just write it out random, it's not going to work, bud. You better, I better copy and paste that shit, right?
What do you listen on? Do you listen on Spotify? Do you listen on Apple Music? Like, what's your platform?
Mainly Spotify. I know it sucks for the artist, but Spotify is the one where where I find most of my bands and stuff from, and where I find most of the music. Whenever possible, I try to support them on YouTube because I know it's a little bit better.
Yeah, Spotify. Start paying artists.
I'd say fucking better, man. And I wish I could pay artists and stuff, but I can only do so much, right? Like, But
we're early enough in our stages. We're not worried about getting like that right now.
Yeah, that's excellent, man. I'll send you some sandwiches. I'll give you a coupon for some beers. Yeah, a little coupon for Subway and the fucking beer store coupon, right? Right.
We'll take what we can get.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future, like playing some stages, whether it's local or you're traveling about. Next year, I'd like to talk more about bringing you guys up to Canada. We got a couple festivals that we do in August and July.
Hell yes.
Nice.
That would be fun. I know I brought in a pretty good punk band last year, all for myself. But a few people come around, they were all cool. It's a mixed crowd, right? But they they're more of the rock and roll, old school shit. But I always sneak in a metal band or a punk band when I can, right?
Actually, Canada is one of the biggest. They're the biggest, one of our biggest countries right now with streams.
Oh no way, man! That's awesome, man! Shout out to us, baby.
Yeah,
we're always supporting. Yeah.
So shout out to Canada.
Hey, man. Go Canada, baby. Yeah. So like I said, shoot me the links after the show and the email there, man. And stay in touch. Please stay in touch, man. And we'll talk to you guys soon, man. Really look forward to seeing you guys live in the next couple months, hopefully within the year. And Fuck, man, play it loud and play it proud, baby.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much,
man. I just want to say thank you for having us on, man, and inviting us.
Oh, always, man. It's our pleasure here. We love hearing new music and reaching out to the new indie bands and stuff and giving them the platform they deserve. You know, like you can't go to your local radio station and just hand them your CD or your tape and they play it for you. Then they don't even let you in the door anymore. Like, what's the radio station for then? Like, if you don't have pay to play, fuck you, man. We don't, you know, like, serious. It should be just played. That's all. That's all there is to it, right? Like, So
pay to play.
But on that note, baby, play it loud, play it proud. And we'll see you again at 4 o'clock with Rain of Fire coming on, baby.
Good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.